Good Saturday afternoon to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda. Of course, they're all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. Now, first thing that jumps out here is we have a lot of clear skies all the way from eastern Nevada all the way to New Jersey. The storm track is one that is a little further to the north, generally in the northern tier of the United States. We have rain showers and several different weak shortwave troughs working on through. This is going to be the case all week long. Some of these weather systems are going to be to the north of us. We'll be on its warm sector. Currently, one system working on through the region providing us with rain showers. Now, off to the north, you can see where it's cold enough, where snow is falling with these little guys here, the snowflakes. And you can see reporting stations across most of Canada showing snow. Also, it's relatively warm to the south. Take a look at this. You have temperatures basically in the 80s all the way from Southern California across the southern tier. That's warming up through the day. We're now into the early part of the afternoon. And then temperatures in the 70s and 60s. And some of this warm air is advecting into the region. We'll see kind of an oscillation pattern up and down here for the rest of the week. However, temperatures could get into the maybe some upper 50s, and who knows, potentially getting close to 60 degrees a little bit later on. Utility impacts through the end of Friday look negligible. Confidence is lower than usual. Many fast, small, benign weather systems will move on through from largely west to east, and they'll produce rain showers, predominant type of precipitation, but some minor wet snowflakes, especially in the local higher terrain, confined to the higher terrain during the tail end of these passing cold frontal systems. Overall max temperatures in the 40s and 50s, cooling into the 30s the end of next week. Good project weather for Monday will carry over into most of Tuesday. Only caveat is a little bit of flurry activity Monday morning. We'll have to watch that. Looking at the last snowstorm, this was back a couple days ago, and this is snow depths, and we're running about 5 to 10 inches right now in the sort of darker shades of blue. Lighter shades of blue, basically 1 to 5 inches, and you can see less than 1 inch in these areas. Note very Montpelier area right down the I-89 corridor. Very nicely done by satellite telemetry showing no snow, and that is the case. Also in portions of the upper Connecticut River Valley, and of course west of New York and many of the lower valleys into parts of eastern New York. And also we're looking at the Route 7 Otter Creek area, including all of the Champlain Valley here. Looking at the 6 hourly panels of the European model, you can see the precipitation working in from this morning. There it is passing through during the day today on Saturday. During the evening hours, we're looking at still a little bit of a frontal system to work on through. That will lower the temperature for tomorrow slightly. And then this little secondary weather system will come on through. Again, we're looking at all rain shower activity there until the frontal passage takes place. And it looks like during the overnight period, Sunday night, into Monday morning, we have a little bit of the lighter precipitation in the form more than likely flurries. Probably not enough to even affect travel, but we'll be watching that for Monday morning. Heads up on that. A few wet snowflakes around. High pressure builds in again later in the day on Monday. This is centered about 8 o'clock Monday evening, and that area of higher pressure then begins to push away. And late in the day on Tuesday, we have just a little bit of rain shower activity. But Monday and Tuesday are your better project weather days with the higher pressure system working on through. Now we have this next one coming in. There's your high pressure system on Monday, late Tuesday. And then a little bit of a gradient wind, but not enough to really even cause any issues here. That moves on by. But little bits and pieces of precipitation with convergence zones rotating around this area of higher pressure, being picked up from some Gulf of Mexico moisture. Off to the north in Canada, cold enough to snow, but that's not going to make it down here except in these very small tail ends. And you can see right here, a little bit of snow shower activity, 5,400 meter thickness, and the thicknesses are lower here, so this is where there could be a little bit of wet snow action. This would be along about Thursday late in the day, Thursday night. So we're not immune to it, but for the most part, we're looking at predominantly rain shower activity. A little high pressure ridge will build in, it looks like on Friday, followed by a little bit of rain shower activity as we make it into the morning hours on Saturday next weekend. And for all of that, you can see this is a 7-day total precipitation snowfall. Just a little bit up and down the spine of the Green Mountains, some indications in the Northeast Kingdom Highlands. Most of the snow winter is really going to be north of about this line, roughly about parallel with Quebec City and west, so further up in the northern portions of Canada. What about gradient winds? Well, gradient wind max winds through this period here. We'll make it go out to 7 days, 7.5 days. And not a whole lot to see here, just barely reaching 35 to 40 knots. And White Mountains, a little bit, yes, but no wind issues, which this time of year we start to see gradient wind issues become the main concern usually for utilities. Looking at the GFS ensemble, this is our main weather maker during the day on Saturday. It moves on out, we dry out, we get a little bit more sprinkle action during the day on Sunday. And again, cold enough to snow Sunday evening, and this carries over into Monday morning. And it does look like not seeing a whole lot of action here until we get into after the second or third. Again, just rain shower activity. But it is the season to watch the little blue whiskers here, and that means some of the model runs are showing some wet snow in the forecast at some point. Again, this is centered on Burlington. Weather Prediction Center total 7-day accumulated precipitation, rain or snow, roughly about a ½ inch, somewhere in that area. Nothing really to see here. It's a pretty benign week. And taking a look at temperature, basically almost from coast to coast here, we have pretty anomalous warmth. 6 degrees, 3 to 6 degrees above normal in the northeast United States, weighted, but major warmth here, and you can see earlier on showing those temperatures that were basically in the 80s and 90s in some locations. Now 3 days later, about 6 degrees above normal, so we actually make a little bit of warmth as we head 3 days later. This is 3 to 7 days out. And much like the European model, temperatures are all over the place. This is now centered on Burlington, Vermont, where we see temperatures come down toward the early to mid part of the week and then resume with a pretty good warm-up here. And you can see temperatures easily into the 50s and if not even into the low 60s. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.